You've seen it in theaters, and now you can bring it home on digital. Tom Cruise stars in the spectacular, action-packed epic Top Gun Maverick, which critics are calling one of the greatest movies ever made. Buy Top Gun Maverick on digital now and dive into over 110 minutes of incredible behind-the-scenes bonus content available at participating retailers. Rated PG-13 from Paramount Pictures.
Your wife is ready to go home. Her vitals, brain activity, and battery have all been charged and are ready for companionship.
How do you feel?
Feel familiar.
They are people too. They're becoming more and more aware. They need rights. No more sex slaves.
Why would someone steal a companion?
It's not a someone. It's an organization.
We're running out of time, Meredith. We need you to remember.
Remember what?
Let's get a good look at the guy.
Her. She said she ran Meredith off her path on purpose. William told me how you people steal companions. You reprogram them to do awful things.
I need to speak to Marion Venter. Now.
She mentioned the man in the mask, the one who hacked into my dreams. She says he and I go way back. How are we connected? Hi, can I have a minute of your time?
What's your name?
Mary.
Marion.
I remember you. This isn't love. I remember everything.
Hey, yo, it's your man, Chris Fury, your man on the wall, back with another episode of Blerds Reacts. No, that's the wrong show. Back with another episode of Blerds Reacts with yours truly and my co-host, Tracy Carr. What's going on, Tracy?
Hi. I'm doing so good, man. Busy.
I can tell. I can tell. It's all over your face. I can tell.
Yeah. Things are coming together. So, I mean, just got to ride the wave, you know?
There you go. So if you don't mind me saying, I appreciate this ride you've been on with me with this whole thing, with this new show that I've decided to put together. You're looking at two coasts here right now, people. You
yeah.
So yeah, we're getting another body coming in soon. That door is still open for a lot of people who are wanting to jump on board. A lot of POC women are looking forward to joining the team. A lot of POC men as well. Just understand, safe space, not playing for that bull. So I take care of my people over here. That I'm not as corrupt as Shield once was. Let's put it that way.
You mean Hydra?
Yeah. There's no Hydra over here. No Hydra. No Hydra cap. None of that.
The best part of Endgame, I do admit, was the elevator scene. Man, when I saw that, it warmed my heart because I do love me some Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
The elevator scene where he's just like, "Hell Hydra." I was like,
Cap knew exactly what to say.
Yeah, Cap.
There has been so much going on in the world of entertainment, just period. And we'll start with a little bit of the bad. Let's just put it this way. I was going to save this for the Tuesday show. I'll still talk about it because it's somewhat fresh. DC Fandome will not be happening this year. Yeah, I don't have the all button. But
I was like,
Um,
wah, wah, wah.
yeah, I need to get that button going. So basically, it's just because from what reports have been coming out is they really don't have the money for
Yeah, they don't have.
promotions and everything. Like they're like, is it 20? Is it 20 billion or 20 million? It might be 20 million in the hole because billion that's a big number. It might be 20 million in the hole. And so when they have stuff like canceling Batgirl for 90 million, and then you have a $250 million investment in this Flash film, and you're like, okay, Ezra, please just shut the hell up and let us
Yeah,
do
stop
this
like
job.
pulling
Sit
beans.
down some damn where. Just sit down some damn. Don't say nothing. Don't do nothing. You know how you be how you're the kid in the store and your mama asks tell you don't touch nothing, don't ask for nothing. You're not getting nothing out the store. That's Ezra right now. Like don't do any of that stuff.
Chill out.
Yeah,
Dollar.
you know they're cutting fat as it were.
But also,
Kind
like,
of
it came out with the DC Comics, where a lot of the folks in the Latino community was like, why are you only showing appreciation for our food? Like,
that was
yeah,
like the one Kyle Rainier cover, and he was standing there with the flag, and then in the bag he had like a bag full of tamales, and it was an overflowing bag. And I'm like, oh, and that was not the original cover for that. That didn't look good.
Yeah, it's just a lot, and I'm rooting for them because you want these characters again. I said it last week. I've said it a few times. Like, you're rooting for them. You want them to win. But it's just unfortunate to see it like unfolding. But good news, Harley Quinn has a season 4.
Yes, Harley Quinn. Let's talk about good old Harley. Let's talk about Harley Quinn.
That was an amazing impression.
Let's talk about Harley for a second. So here she is with Poison Ivy. Harley Quinn gets a season 4 on HBO Max.
Hell yeah.
And if you don't know, where's it at? Where's it at? There we go.
Did you see the Joker episode?
No. I just caught the swamp. I just caught the Swamp Thing episode.
Okay.
Is the Joker episode the one when he gets the theme song, like the family song, like the theme song? I seen the theme song. Somebody had the theme song like on their Facebook page.
I am not spoiling it. That is the most based episode of television I have ever seen in my life, and I'm ruining anything about it for you.
I will tell you this. After the first season of Harley Quinn, after Dr. Psycho calls Wonder Woman a cunt, but they even beeped that out, and that which was crazy amongst everything else they had. When they beeped that out, and like the kids stopped screaming, the crowd stopped crying, birds literally stopped flying midair, like the fight stopped. Like they were just like, he was like, what? Like, I'm a super villain. What do you? I'm like, that was not the word to say. That was not what
too
you.
far.
Like, yeah, I was like,
shame.
Oh my god! I was just like, oh, this is going to be a wild ride.
Yeah.
Even when I had to, this is where I had to put suspension of disbelief to the side. I had to put it all to the side. If people who have not seen Harley Quinn, please watch it. Do not go in with the thought of everything about the DC universe.
No,
it's gonna smash all your conceptions.
Throw cannon away. Just throw it all away.
Commissioner Gordon's a hapless drunk. He's needy. Batman is every bit, and the crazy thing is, Dietrich Bader has done the voice of Batman for Batman Brave and the Bold, and he does the voice of Batman. He doesn't show up a lot in the show, but he does show up. And there's literally a scene where he got jacked up. Let's just is Bruce Batman got jacked up, and in order for him to stay in the bed and heal, Alfred, he's always, you know how Batman's always saying, the city needs me, Gotham needs me, blah blah blah. Alfred lifts back the curtain. He was like, the city's fine, it's all sunshine and everything, and then like he keeps, every time he keeps looking back, every time he keeps like, but the city needs me, Alfred. He's like, the city's fine. See, look, it's sun is out, everything's fine. And then he does it, and then like you see the painting kind of peel, and you see like Gotham's like a hot mess.
Gotham's always a hot mess. Oh man,
Can't beat the rent.
Have the best parties though.
They have the best parties. The rent, you can't beat the rent. Here's the thing about Gotham, and this has been a talk. The thing about Gotham is the rent is dirt cheap. And they're great apartments. I have not seen a crap, even the people who are like down on their luck and living like in the Narrows or wherever, like you have an apartment, but you're not living on the street. Even those apartments, I'm like, where did you get
Yeah,
you have a full kitchen?
I could live in Gotham. Like I feel like tough enough to live in Gotham.
Like you have to wait.
$300, $500 on rent, but I have this like gorgeous apartment. Like, I'll be fine. Yeah.
Don't go outside at night.
Just have some rules, exactly.
Yeah, don't go outside at night. Buy bottled water. After 9 o'clock, just kind of turn your TV off, and go to bed.
Make sure everything's dark. You'll be okay.
Make sure everything's dark.
Have that little bat next to your bed.
Yeah. you don't want to attract the problem. People are like, bottled water. I'm like, yes, because you have a homicidal clown psychopath who's consistently poisoning the water system. So buy bottled water.
You got the crock in there. You don't want to drink that water.
Yeah. To be honest with you, your safest place to be is probably the Iceberg Lounge if you had to go out. If you had to go out.
I don't know about that.
Will said, "What's sleep?" So, like, if you had to go out, Batman,
sleep during the day.
Right. Don't go to the high society functions. Groovy. What's going on, Groovy? Don't go to the high society functions. It's not gonna. There's somebody who's there.
One episode, I don't know. There was like I don't know if you reached this episode though, but the high society one where they had the goat.
Oh, the quarter owls.
Yeah.
Yeah, the quarter owls. Turns out it was like a huge orgy.
Yeah. I like some people like orgies, so I was like, some people can go out there. Having fun.
Well, he said, Will says in Gotham, you'll be up, alert, and head on a swivel. That's if you're worried. That's why the ground rules are placed. You have to go to bed before 9, make sure all the lights are out, drink bottled water. Okay. Don't watch, stay away from like the Tonight Show stuff because, once again, Joker.
No.
He has a penchant for going to these late night shows and just kind of showing his ass. I don't do your best to keep up on your health. You don't want to get injured and have to go to the hospital because, they always want to go to the hospital. No one's never safe in the hospital. Don't call the police for anything. Just never call the police for anything.
Yeah, Gotham is the best place to have like an established like autonomous zone.
Like, Groovy says if the quarter owls, he said if the quarter owl is it auto corrected him, but then he's saying if the quarter owls was real, they'd be the Republicans.
No, I resent that. I don't think the Republicans would be having orgies like that.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, this is different.
But that's actually
Joker. He does have fire monologue.
He does.
He gives a great speech. I will give him that.
This is true.
Just like, can we listen to this like at a distance? Yeah, that's what I need to know.
See, this is why you need to see the Joker episode. This is why you have to watch the Joker episode This is why.
Like there are moments where it just works for him. But yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm glad Harley gets another season because I would always think like, how can they raise the bar? Why not? Like you get away with everything,
They do. They really do get away with everything.
You get away with everything. They're just like, let's not stay in the confines of what we know Gotham to be. The only person who really comes off sane besides Harley and Ivy is Batgirl.
Oh, and Catwoman. Don't
Yeah,
forget.
and Cat talking about someone who doesn't want to be bothered.
Yeah.
Unbothered.
The epitome of I do what I want. Don't talk to me about it.
Yeah.
Like, this is my
She's
piece.
like, you can stay here, but you cannot. You cannot use this. I know. Sanaa Lathan, I never thought I would like. I mean, I never really thought about Sanaa Lathan being a fantastic Catwoman, and
she's brilliant.
Yeah, she's brilliant. Has Bruce wrapped around her finger, like little. I'm like, oh, she's got you whipped. Like,
this was the season that they had the controversy about superheroes don't go down on people. Because like that was literally this is the season.
Yeah.
I don't know if you got to the episode where he's like rubbing her feet. That was where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And they were like, no, HBO execs are all like, no, superheroes don't do that.
Yeah, Harley's about as sane as Mr. Freeze. Yeah, I can take that. I'll take that. Oh my God. It's a treat to have something like that. It's something fresh. It's something different. It's balls to the wall, zany, brutal. It is nothing you would expect to happen. But I got a little surprise for everybody. Joining the team of Blerds Eye View, she runs Room Full of Blerds. It's Kira Brown. She's one of the new co-hosts.
Hi, how you doing?
What's going on? She's one of our new co-hosts of the team. Here, let me give her applause to kind of come into the. Here we go. There we go.
Hi, y'all. How you doing? It's nice to see you, everybody.
So,
I'm filming remotely from a hotel in Florida that you can't see. It's a plain old hotel in Florida. I don't know.
So we were just talking about Harley Quinn getting a season 4 for HBO Max, and I'm ecstatic. I'm glad. I'm crossing my fingers for Young Justice. I'm crossing my fingers for Doom Patrol and Titans. I'm really crossing my fingers.
Doom Patrol is a long shot in my mind. Doom Patrol is it was a long shot before the takeover.
Yeah. It was a long.
I didn't think so. So I'm hoping.
And see, this is why I'm crossing. One of the reasons why I'm crossing my fingers for Doom Patrol is Brendan Fraser.
Yeah.
Brendan Fraser is like the comeback kid.
Yeah. Anything that he does, he tends to be able to bounce back from.
Yes, you love to see it.
Yes, I am so rooting for Brendan Fraser right now because it's like, dude, like you got a raw deal, and people genuinely love you, like
for no reason. I mean, not to say like he has no reason to be loved, but you can't help it.
Yeah, like he's just a likable guy. Like I haven't heard a bad thing about him. Fans that's come across him, that's the scary part. Will, like Doom Patrol and Titans.
Titans is safe. Titans is safe.
And Young Justice had a penchant for it. They, it wasn't new when they said, "Oh, we don't have anything planned for the following season," or "There's no plans right now." And they do that every season. I think one season they actually greenlit them for 2 seasons. So I would say, please give them another season. We can't go through another Cartoon Network acts. Not like that. That was rough. That was rough.
That was a lot of tears. A lot of tears.
Oh my God.
And therapy.
Yes.
Root for DC, root for Warner Brothers. Come on.
I am so. I am one of those fans that, although even with the background, I'm huge on Marvel. No question. Love DC. There's there's things in DC I actually love. However, they're making it really hard to make you a fan when they have the missteps that they've been having, the misdirections they've been taking, the bad news that seems to come by. It used to be weekly, now it seems to be like 2 to 3 times a week now.
Yeah.
Since this, and it's like, I get it that you just had this merger, you're taking this thing over, you're trying to have wipe a clean slate, but man, is there any way that you can keep a lot of this stuff quiet? Can you just,
No.
No, there's no way. There's
No,
no way. Because I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was gonna say, like, there's a lot of employees that are actually been laid off, and they know all this information. So a lot of them are just like leaking it out. Some folks, like, especially when it came to the planner of what the guide is for the new DC merger, Warner Brothers Discovery taking over, and like how it was pinpointed. Like, this is what women like. This is what men like. This 90 Day Fiance franchise, and it's just like. Information, probably because an employee was kind of like, nah.
G Black, who is our producer for the song for the regular show for Blerd's Eye View. This is also family. Yeah.
God, I hope not.
No, there's no way. As I will, as a shareholder, I will absolutely put an end to that quickly. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely, that's too much to handle, and that's too much conflict of interest too.
Yeah,
that's too much.
They regretted Snyder doing Justice League. It's not all bad. I will go on record myself saying that the Snyderverse of Justice League I enjoyed much better than the Justice League version that I got that we got.
Much better.
I had no problem with the. I had no problem with the 4-hour runtime.
Nope.
Because, this was coming on the tail end of Endgame. So I'm like, what's 1 extra hour? Plus, I'm at home.
Plus, they get a tea break, though. In the 2-minute mark, he's like,
yeah.
Even if you saw it in theaters, you'd be like, all right, that's my time to go.
They said they hired a LinkedIn. They hired a LinkedIn for the CEO, and that was a mistake. Man. And I've also gone on the record, and I'll say it again, that if they had this version of the Justice League that came out in theaters, they would have fared better splitting it in half and dropping in the same year, drop the whole thing in the same year.
Yeah.
You probably would have fared better and had a better foothold on things, because if you ended like look how Infinity War ended, and we had to wait like a year. Was it a year? I think a year before we got the new game.
Was it a year or 6 months?
It was somewhere around there. And it was like, it was a rough round. It was a rough ride. But this, especially after we had just got Black Panther, so it was just a really rough ride. They were just like, yo, did that actually happen? Like, and I'm like, it's fine, because as a comic book goer, I know, like, this is not the end all be all. I got that. But just they did that with Matrix. It did that with Matrix. They did it with Matrix Revolution.
With Harry Potter.
Yeah, it's the first thing I could think of. Yeah.
So to release them both in the same year, and it works. It just works, because you have that anticipation, And
plus, it hooks the fans in. Like, you're not gonna you're gonna see the first 2 half. You're gonna want to see the finishing.
Will says it wouldn't have worked for DC.
I agree with William, because there was a point where I'm like, y'all really can't just show me the whole movie, please. I don't want to wait 6 months to do this. I've already done it with Twilight. I already did it with Harry Potter. There were too many movies that were doing the whole split. I think that was
a new formula they were trying too, because I think when they did it with Matrix, then they did it with Harry Potter, they did it with Infinity War. I think that was a formula they were initially trying to do, or trying to use, just to see how it fit. Not to mention, money. It is. There is a problem with their continuity. There really is. I think, in my opinion, I think where they really screwed up was after Man of Steel. It was
But
after Man of Steel.
but was that all their fault though? Wasn't that like an issue with Henry Cavill not really meshing with the new people there? Wasn't that another period of a buyout or something too?
Well, I remember at San Diego Comic-Con, I can't remember what year they announced that, but I remember where they were saying, okay, Man of Steel 2 is happening. And it was like a 2-week period, 2-3 week period. And they were like, Man of Steel 2 is happening. And then it went, and it's gonna premiere, is gonna have Batman in it. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine. You know, I thought it was gonna be like, you know, a cameo or something. And then they said, and you're gonna have the Justice League. And I'm like, why does it starting to feel like you're doing what Avengers just did, only backwards?
But it's very rushed, but a very rushed.
Much rush.
And then they turned around, and it's not going to be Man of Steel. It's going to be called Batman versus Superman. I'm like, Jesus, the man couldn't even get a sequel of his own.
Not when you need not when you trying to strike while the iron's hot instead of just holding your wad and doing everything that you needed to do, you know, to slow down and do everything.
Yeah, it's called taking your time. Not rush the job. It's just, and I think they seen the dollar signs and they jumped the gun too fast, and it seemed like they just kept shooting themselves in the foot, misstep after misstep after misstep. Like you was, okay, Batman versus Superman, garbage. But then you turn around, you release Wonder Woman. Great. You got money off it. First feature film for Wonder Woman, I'm here for it.
Right.
Then you get Aquaman.
I mentioned like there's still problems with that because the best scene in the movie, they actually want to take it out.
Yeah.
Like why would you want to take out the best scene in the movie where it's like she's literally coming from the ditch and it's just like, wait, what? That's the best scene.
Yeah. They, like G Black says, they were too focused on Marvel and the fact that they said they just found their Feige shows. They still are. They're going to fail again. I agree.
I mean,
I agree.
Like, who is this? Like, honestly, who is this guy to be? I mean, I know that Feige was also a who is this guy type of dude, but I literally there's nothing that makes me go, oh, okay, he gets it, or I can see his vision, or I see his theme, or I can see that he is like he knows how to stick to his guns. I don't see any of that with him.
They have this new guy, but they brought back the same guy that started the Nolan trilogy. So that's his person that he's talking to. So this is a guy from so they have the new guy that you're mentioning, and then there's the side guy that's well, he was here when Nolan had his trilogy. He was here when Harry Potter. So he's just not the main person. So they're we're gonna get this guy from those years with this new fresh person, and it's
that's not the same. Yeah, that's not the same.
That's not but so it's a weird balance between the two. So it doesn't.
You can't, if you can't get the person that had the original idea. You can't. You're not going to have the same product. You're going to get close, maybe, and that's only if they were privy to all of the intricacies of that original idea from that person, and that does not happen.
Yeah. So it's let's keep the old formula, but add a little spice to it. It's it seems a lot.
Yeah.
It's really starting to look like now that Dwayne Johnson is their only out. Because it seems like he's
you ain't wrong.
Help us, Dwayne Johnson. You're our only hope.
And he's gonna run. He's gonna run that. I like him to a point. He ain't it though. He's not it.
They're trying. He does draw. Not taking that from him. He's very charismatic. I like him. He's a very likable guy. He does entertain. That's his thing. He entertains. Not taking that from him.
Not at all.
I'm looking at the production company saying, he's got to be the one to save us. It's like that's what it looks
Exactly.
like to me. Like he's
Yeah.
going to be the one to save us all. I'm like, and like Will said earlier, Shazam worked because it was totally opposite of everything. Who doesn't like Zachary Levi? Okay, number one, he's a big nerd like everybody else. He's Chuck. For Christ's sake, he's Chuck. You know, and so and who doesn't? I love that show. I can still watch that show. And he's geeking out and he plays the role so well, and it's fun. It's just fun. And it worked because it was totally opposite of everything else.
It had colors.
Yes. It had color, it had comedy, you had action. You know, you had Mr. Mind talking at the very end, which was crazy, you know. And it was like, wow, you actually put the talking caterpillar in there. I'm with you.
I do like how meta it is too. It's just like the newest trailer is very, oh, then what am I doing here then? Like, just like talking about himself, and it's just like that's a nice sense of humor to have. Like sometimes we don't need like just the dark and gritty. Like we also need like the humor that comes with it.
Yeah.
I mean, even like, oh, sorry, I was gonna say like just like the original dark and gritty still had some funny moments.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. G Black says personally maybe a hot take, but maybe all these attempts, maybe it's time we admit maybe the problem is the source material.
Ooh.
Let's keep it real. DC is born.
I mean, I'm not into Superman. I'm with you on that, G Black. Like Superman is boring as hell to me. That put me to sleep every time. Every time. That boy is boring. Batman be cool, like Flash, meh.
Okay, so I'm with you, Kara.
I don't know about that. I love the animated series from them.
No. That's wait. Hold on. Don't get me wrong. No. I love that. No, don't. No, that is my thing. That is my thing.
Yeah.
No. Animated series could be if they could figure out how to do the animated series, and everybody will say this every single time. Yes. If they could figure out how to do the animated series, Marvel would die. They would die. It's not even a contest. But because they are not doing that, here we are.
The animated series, they always have incredible animated series. The writers for their animated series are always on point.
Top tier.
That does not translate to live action.
It's not hard. It's not even hard.
I wouldn't say the source material is boring. I would say it's literally a transfer from here to here.
Yeah, Will said he disagrees. He's like the source material is great, but DC has to push their storytelling. That seems a little more on point for me, because when you look at the animated series have always been superior. This is so true.
Yep.
When you look at a lot of their animated shows, animated films, they can tell. Who would have thought that the War on Atlantis was going to be that dark? I didn't see that coming. But it was totally worth it.
Yeah. And
it worked. And I'm like, so here's a story you have that's gotten a little dark, and it goes and it works. And I've often said that too, Kira. Like, why can't they? What is it? Where's the separation that they can't get that? Can you somehow use that team that's in your animated camp?
Someone has to have had pissed them off to the point where they blatantly ignore a cash cow like that. Somebody said something to somebody somewhere and said, you know what? All day, forever. Never again. You ain't, don't even look for me. Don't mention my name.
I'll show you better than I can tell
you. It makes no sense that they have not pulled from this yet. None.
I agree.
And wait, and the shut down Bruce Timm's thing.
That's crazy.
Like what?
I'm trying to
But you broke. How are you shutting down that? That's easy.
That's your turnaround. He was at the pinnacle of all of this. That was your turnaround, my guy.
I just want the most recent thing that was canceled. I'm like, this is another cash cow. Was it J.J. Abrams and Bruce Timm's Batman? It's animated.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
That was the one.
I wanted to get
I'm like, J.J. Abrams had like 2 or 3 projects that got canceled over there at Warner Brothers. I'm like,
that's your money. That's your money maker. That's another reason why I'm nervous about it besides DC. Because like that, I personally I like HBO. Like we have so many iconic shows from them, like The Wire, The Sopranos, like
yeah,
countless others. Like every time they go to the Emmys or Golden Globes, they sweep. So it's kind of like what's going to happen besides DC? What's going to happen to that as a network, as a streaming service? When it comes to like such fantastic storytelling, fantastic writers, like what's that going to be like? Are we just going to have Shark Week franchise? Like
90 Day Fiance.
90 Day Fiance to the Shark Week.
Yeah, like wait, we're going to celebrate this. I mean, David, the main guy now, Zaslav, he's mostly known for Shark Week and 90 Day Fiance. So it's like, are we going to trade this for that? Like. So
you mentioned HBO, Tracy. So we can't go on without talking about the dragon.
I'm sorry.
No, that squeal was adorable. I love it.
Oh my God, I am a supreme Game of Thrones fan. I have sweatshirts, I have the figures, I have autograph pic. I have it. Ask me if I have it. I have it.
Kira sounded like Hustle Man from Martin. She was like,
"Oh, you want it? I got it. I got you, boo.
I got it. If I ain't got it, I can get it. What's on it?"
It's this. I have never been so excited for. I did not want to watch the show. I did not want to watch the show. I did not want to watch it. I'm like, y'all ain't gonna get me twice. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. You ain't gonna have me strung out again. I was strung out on the corner. This show too.
The second episode gets you. You're just like, damn it, I'm back in.
No, the first. It wasn't even the second. The first one. The first one had me. I was in. I was done. I was like, all right, fine. Let me go take out all my stuff out of the closet. Let me go get the candles ready. I know I'm wrong. Let me go back to church.
So I don't even know where to begin with this show, other than to say everything so far, the performances, the costumes. I can't say enough about those costumes. Wow.
The only thing I'm clocking is the hair, but that's fine. We can work on it.
Yeah, the wig though.
The wigs are hard.
The wigs are hard, especially on. I can't even remember the brother's name. His daughter,
Valerian. The daughter.
Yeah, I was just like,
oh my gosh, no,
y'all could have done better with that baby's head. Y'all knew better than that.
Y'all make dragons, but y'all can't get a wig right. Like, come on. Absolutely
Work
not.
with me.
You can't at least CGI the hair on this child a little bit. Give her a couple, like, make the hairline match up a little
running
bit.
Around looking like, sound like our grandmas. Got this baby running around the house looking.
I'm sorry.
So, ladies, you have the floor. Tell me, we'll start with you, Kira. What did you think of episodes 1 and 2?
That I was stuck. The first episode had me with the history, the little secret things that are going on that I know because I've read all the books. Like, I know what's going on with the king. Like that I was immediately sucked me right back in. I got my dragon eggs too, right underneath my bed, next to the heater. What you trying to say? What you trying to say?
I got them dragon eggs. I got what you need, baby.
And then episode 2, I wasn't. Wait, hold on. I'm coming with you. I wasn't paying attention because I'm like, all right, it's another Sunday night. Let's see what they do. They're gonna mess it up. The theme song. I stopped everything that I was doing and I turned the lights down. I put my candles on and I was in the dark. I was ready. From as soon as that music turned on, I was like, okay, y'all are back. We got this. Now we can talk about the episode.
So Will says, plus a black Targaryen not drinking around the white ones. That was a black writer on that script. I'm like, somebody was
He
paying
was smooth
attention.
with that shit too. He was smooth with that. Like she came
He was
around.
like,
look at
nah.
him
Nah,
like, good. He didn't even look at her.
I'm
That's
good.
it. He didn't even look. He was just straight up like,
Nah,
we
B.
paying
I'm not
attention
drinking.
up there, but
I'm not drinking off of y'all.
Yeah.
I'm not drinking behind y'all.
You
Y'all
ain't about to,
funny.
you ain't about to get me all hemmed up.
Also, they all drinking and stuff, trying to be a counsel, and he just looking around like, this, no.
Y'all a mess.
Nah, y'all
That was a moment. We knew that moment. We were just like, that's the office party.
I don't drink. I don't eat off of everybody. This is not a potluck for me. No.
You hungry? No, I'm good. I ain't at the
I'm
house.
good. Yeah.
No.
I got something at home.
You take it. I'll take a plate. The plate be upside down in the tray. Or you wrap it up and just take it home, leave it in the car. Like I'm not eating that. No.
It's very good. It's very good celebratory. Like I just like saying good and celebratory because I just like ignoring haters. That's just like I can believe in dragons. I can believe in all this, but I can believe a black people.
That was so weird to me. I'm like, there is no limits to your hate. Is that
exactly? Yes, girl. Yes, Kira. Yes. Like, but
I'm tired of y'all.
Everything else in this world.
Everything else, purple eye. What is it? What did he say? Purple. You can believe in white hair, purple eyes, but not dark skin. Like,
as if
He can't be rich. They can't be a rich family.
Right.
They can't be in the mix with everything and maybe influential. Hello, TikTok. Hi, YouTube.
G Black.
Hi.
I knew you was gonna catch it, brother. G Black says the realization that broke my soul was when I thought about the fact that the Black family is the richest of all the kingdoms, but by the time we get to Game of Thrones, they are nowhere to be seen.
Nope. Not a drop.
That they just decided to create their own little island and let them all fight each other.
I don't think you're. No, I don't think you're wrong.
That's what I'm saying. Like they're rich enough to be like, you know, we see some y'all doing too much. We gonna go over here, keep repopulating, keep doing our own thing, minding our business. Y'all deal with the White Walkers.
Okay.
Y'all can. You know what? We see what's coming down the pipe. Y'all can have it. You can absolutely have it all.
Right.
Because I feel like that is Black energy.
You know what? We're gonna hang back for a little bit because y'all got too much going on.
Yeah, y'all got this, right? Y'all cool.
Y'all keep talking about winter coming in. We already don't like the cold.
Yeah.
So, but the way y'all keep saying it, it's like,
we gonna go to the south.
We gonna go to the south.
Yeah.
South Westeros. South Westeros. We go to South Westeros.
Yeah, that's what I heard. That's what I'm hoping because like that's just Black people right there. We always just being like, yo, we sense danger, we not gonna go there.
Right.
Man, we gonna split up. What you mean?
Maybe
we gonna check out that noise.
He says maybe they've been in the Free Island since the rebellion, watching it like a reality show.
That's it right there. That's it exactly right there. Yeah, that's it.
I can go with that. I can go with that.
That's it.
I can go with that.
Let's imagine this. Like while we in the South, just watching what's happening, being like, look at them fighting them White Walkers.
Be like, did you hear? They got one of their dragons now. What? Couldn't be me.
Yo.
Oh my God.
Popcorn, like, oh man.
Oh.
Sorry.
The only time you see us drink wine.
Look. He was sitting, like he said, he was sitting at that dinner table watching them drink. He was just like this.
Also sitting over there like, that's a damn shame.
I hate you.
That's a damn shame. They gave it a brand, for real. That's a damn shame.
Like, you know.
After what he did the whole door, that ain't right. That ain't right.
Wait. His pinky and everything's falling off into the drinks and stuff. There ain't no way. There ain't no way.
That's the next episode. We just gonna be the Blerds or watching.
It was like, yo, what is going on? This all the commentary. It was like this was the Black family of Valerians. They was just like this. This is not.
Yo, we broke here. Hell yeah.
And then after this second episode, which was weird enough because he was like the king was gonna marry his daughter. I'm like, the baby.
Yeah.
The baby.
Ain't
What?
no way. Ain't no way.
And this was my whole reaction was like,
like we ain't doing this. Not right now. We can't do that. I mean, y'all could have played around.
And then he said, "Oh yes, you wouldn't have to bed me until I wouldn't bed you until she's 14." What?
Where are we at? Is this what we're doing? Dear HBO.
We can't do this. We
not co-signing on that. I will turn the show off. I will turn it off.
I sit there and had the whole look like, what? Like, they was out of control. They were out of control. Out of control.
I need you to put a soundbite to that next to it.
Oh yeah, I'm working
I need a soundbite.
Hey.
This bitch. I don't know. I need.
Look, he said we had to keep those lines pure. The Black Targaryen was like, I'm out. Yeah, G Black, I'm like you. I was so uncomfortable watching that play out. Yeah, I'm like,
oh yeah, that's some, what is that, Nambla type of situation?
I'm like, I'm like, can we breathe? I'm like, we don't need that type of trauma.
But wait a minute, it's gonna get worse.
Yeah.
Oh, we know.
If you, we know. It's gonna get worse.
Yeah. That's every Game of Thrones like factory. Like
Rhaenyra and her uncle facing off. She's giving me Daenerys vibes already.
Oh, yeah, no, she's gonna burn that man. She's gonna burn that man's whole world to the ground. She better. After last season, that's the redeeming arc that I need to see.
It was always House Stark for me.
Oh, yeah.
It was always House Stark for me.
What is it? What is it? The IFJ personality test thing. Me and Arya are twins.
Oh, see, there you go.
I will cut a bitch.
I love that.
I still love her scene in that battle. And I'm like, she did the move. She did the move.
I gotcha.
My son was like, yes. Like, she did the move. She finally got the move.
Oh my God. I was mad when people were bitching about that damn move. I'm like, what? Nobody's doing that. What do you mean? Oh, it's unimaginable. There are dragons.
Sansa's wedding night was scary. Red Viper versus the, oh yeah. Battle of the Bastards. Ooh.
That was
Battle of the Bastards was heavy. How many episodes are we giving the king? Ned made it to 4.
Nah, we're gonna figure out we won't be able to say what's wrong with him, but we gonna know something's wrong by next episode.
Yeah.
Like there's gonna be. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you go.
By next episode, things will have fallen off. Like there's no way.
Yeah. Especially when you see him teaming up with the uncle, I'm like, this can't be good. This never ends up well.
But there was like something written in like one of the books where if someone sits on the throne and the throne, if you get cut by the throne, you are not worthy of being on the throne. So that was something like really tipped off us when like the first episode he sits on it, he's like prick, and it's like, oh bitch, you're not supposed to be on there. Like you're not supposed to be on there. Like,
that was brutal.
Yeah,
such a
like
brutal.
the throne literally being like, get off me.
Get off me. You ain't it.
to the point, like if anybody sits their ass on here, y'all ain't none of y'all supposed to be here. Do you understand? I don't want you on me.
I don't want you sitting on me. Like this
that throne, they were like, we want the Iron Throne. I'm like, y'all can have the Iron Throne. Are you kidding?
Yeah, no, that's a lot.
Bite back.
I'd rather be with the Night's Watch at this point. I'm like,
I mean, that does sound like that sounds a little rough though. I don't do well in the cold. I don't do that.
Either. But man,
I don't want to do with zombies.
Think about it like this.
But you ain't got to deal with zombies except for like what, that 1 week they had a problem and then it was fine.
Yeah, like it was rough. It was rough because we were cold and hungry.
Years away.
But we dealt with it
Exactly.
because they were talking about it like winter's coming. I'm like, so winter been coming for about 300, 200, 300 years then, right? We got time.
Yeah.
I won't be here by the time it get here. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I kind of thought that was a little bit too much of like a foreshadowing. It's like, don't y'all have conflict that's like closer than that?
Like, and who knows about this winter? What is it?
Yeah, like that winter is like so far away. So
stop talking in code to me. I need to know what you're talking about.
But you know what you're talking
Be
about. We already
plain.
saw that like play out. So it's kind of like, what's another big event before winter's coming?
Yeah. He said better than the Night's Watch than King's Landing.
Yeah, right now, yeah. In this universe, hell yeah, Night's Watch.
Yeah.
King's Landing, you can die on the toilet. You can just
at your wedding.
Damn, I'm like, dude, the wedding. I'm like, dude, yeah.
I know Joffrey's wedding. What was it? The purple wedding?
The purple wedding.
Yeah.
Also,
if that was ever a moment where black folks was minding their business, was at that moment. They were just like,
damn.
Who did this? No,
somebody tell me what happened. I missed what was. I ain't seen nothing.
He said, still the men beyond the wall and children on the forest. Hey, yeah.
Hey, that's true.
Yeah, that's a little rough. That's
yeah.
weird.
It was something. It was something. Yeah, 1,000 years ago, there's an endless winter that's coming. Exactly.
Yeah.
When it came, boy, it came with a vengeance. I'm like, Jesus, what did y'all do to piss them off? Because
everybody was minding their business at that point. You pissed off somebody a long time ago.
Right.
That's the story I want to see though. When the houses were forged, like I feel like that should be like the next thing they delve into, where like all the houses were forged. And understanding like this became a Targaryen, this became a Stark. It'd be nice to go to
that's
that.
That's what G Black said. He's like, I like to see the flashback of his construction. Yep.
Yeah, that's the season.
Like, where did that start at?
Yeah, where did it start at? Where did the Starks come from? Where did the Targaryens came from? Like, just
I feel like they're doing more offshoots of Game of Thrones. So I think they are trying to do something where they talk about the children of the forest and the three-eyed raven. I think they might do something like that, and that's where you'll get to see the original men or whatever. I forgot what the actual title is.
Yeah,
the first men.
The first men.
They might start talking about that. That would be cool.
I'm totally on. I'm like you, Kira. When I heard the song, and I'm like, well, I'm back in.
Yeah.
It went from I'll give this a shot to like hearing the song. I'm like, all right. Well,
let me go get my spoon and my kit.
Pull out the fake sword and just sit back. Start pulling out my little beer mug and just sit there and like pretend I'm drinking mead. I'm here now.
I was with it.
And I had ice wine. I made sure I had ice wine ready to go for House of Dragon.
No, I was on my Cersei tip. I had to have my nice red Rioja and everything. And just swirling it in my hand.
G Black said the first man better be black.
Oh
man.
Dead.
We are in episode 3 of She-Hulk.
Oh wait, one more thing. Before we transition, I do have to say they did re-sign Kit Harington. So
no.
Kit Harington back in some fashion.
No.
I don't know. But yes, like Kit Harington. So Kit Harington something with Game of Thrones universe. Something.
Baby, no. Just let it go. It's not for you no more. Just let it go.
But there was something signed. That's all I gotta say.
I wonder. Makes me curious what they have in store.
They're gonna milk that teeth.
Oh, they're definitely gonna do that.
Oh, he would be a good first. A narrator for?
That's what I'm thinking. Like he's recalling
Yeah.
events or something like that, certain events that weren't shown. That's what I'm thinking.
Because he's up in the north, he might have more history about the children of the forest and all that stuff now.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a great explanation.
I mean, they're doing it with Jensen Ackles for this Supernatural Origins show, which is about the parents. So Jensen Ackles is signed on, and he's doing that same type of thing where, like, I guess they're showing him at the beginning and he's writing this story about his parents, or he's reading these stories about his parents. They're milking the simple. Y'all should have just kept the show.
I mean, I will.
COVID be damned.
I have never seen a single episode of Supernatural. I'm very sorry.
Oh,
I'm very sorry.
You're missing classic stuff.
I mean, what is it? 13 seasons of it, I'm assuming.
Just watch TNT. You'll be done with it like in a month. They show like 4 or 5 episodes every day.
Oh man, there was zero checks. Oh my god.
Yeah.
They don't really have to wait.
You know what? They're literally doing like, and we talked about it. I think it was last week. They're literally doing like a reunion on The Boys.
Yeah.
Because Jensen Ackles is on the show. Jim Beaver, who played Bobby, is on the show as a politician. Eric Kripke, who ran the show on Supernatural, and now they just hired Jeffrey Dean Morgan to come on for season 4. I'm like, all you need is Jared Padalecki, and you just like the gang.
But
is
no,
back
he was on it. Wasn't he on it? He played
not Jared Padalecki. Jensen Ackles has been on it.
Oh my god. Oh, all right. I'm gonna come right back. I gotta look this up. I'm very certain that he was on it.
Yeah, look it up.
Let's see.
Oh man, hold on. What did he say? As long as Negan plays tech, you know what, Will? I was thinking about that earlier. That Negan will let Jeffrey Dean Morgan would be playing Tech Knight, and if that's the case, and they do that story, woo,
I had to come back for that. I had to come back for this face for it.
If he plays Tech Knight, I'm like, oh, if they do that, oh my god, because they're already doing like certain spinoffs and stuff like that. So I'm like, oh, y'all getting away with murder, literally. Yeah, Soldier Boy was great. He's singing Blondie.
I was wrong.
That was hilarious. But yeah, we are in episode 3 of She-Hulk.
I love it so much.
I like it. I'm still holding my reservations until the end, but they're doing okay so far.
I like the breaking the fourth wall, because I've read some of the older books where she broke the fourth wall anyway. She knows she's in a comic. This is what she does. I love that they're sprinkling certain things in. And here's one. Let's see if we can see it. Okay.
Oh, that yes.
This little teaser caught me because it said man fights with metal claws in a bar brawl. First thing, I'm like, oh, so mutants have been here all this time.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. That's one. And I bet you that's Will. Yeah, hold on. Because so G Black, the reason why she breaks the fourth wall, that's how they wrote her for the comics. At least in her solo comics, that's what she does. She was doing it before Deadpool, and so she's always broken the fourth wall. It was in her books. It's always comedic. She's working at a law firm that gets involved in all types of crazy stuff, and that was kind of her thing. Will says the fact they pulled the viewers' negative views and making it the story, that was brilliant. Yes.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Round of claps. My mouth was. I was on the plane watching it this morning, and my mouth was open.
I was like, look at that. Y'all gave them footage. Y'all idiots.
That's why I love it so much. You can tell that they're like having fun with it. They're just having just pure fun.
Oh, he's saying why can't the other? It's because once again she knows she's in the show, so it's kind of like Deadpool. When Deadpool was doing it, like nobody knows he's talking to the screen. It's just kind of a thing, and they just let it go. In the comics, when she does it, it's ignored. Now, when Deadpool does it in the comics, the other heroes just write him off as being crazy. They they just write him off as being nuts. So yeah, it is. It's done. It's done perfectly. The other one, which is something a lot of people were always talking about, why is there a giant statue of a man sticking out of the ocean? This has been asked so many times since the Eternals dropped. Because I was like, you had this literally an earth-shattering moment. and then it just stopped, and nobody questioned like a half a head and a hand sticking out the ocean. Like there's no planes going over this thing. Nobody noticed this at
What
all.
is
Like
it? There's no shield agents going to say, "Oh, the fuck! Like, what's going
yeah,
on?"
like
Yeah.
like meteorologic
Wrote
stuff
that
going on.
off.
Like nobody questioned it. Like now we get our answer. This is what I'm loving that Marvel is doing. They do some great callbacks. There's like, oh, did you think we forgot? No.
I don't know. I feel like they're cleaning up their mess because how many years has it been, and they didn't address it anywhere else, and they just happened to put it in this.
It works though. It works in their
It
favor.
is. It's cute.
Even if they're cleaning up their mess, you're just like, because they're bringing Trevor Slattery back. I can't remember what they're bringing him back for. Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up real quick. But they're bringing Trevor Slattery back.
Is it for the Thunderbolts or something?
I think it is the. Let me see. I think it is the Thunderbolts. They took it down, but I think here it is. No, Wonder Man series.
Right. Yeah.
That's what it is, Wonder Man series. So that's always going to be fun. Like I couldn't hate Trevor Slattery. I really couldn't hate. I hated how he showed up in Iron Man 3.
Iron Man 4.
But I couldn't hate the act. I couldn't hate the character itself. I just hated the way they had flipped it. And like, but by the time they did that short, the Marvel shorts, Hail to the King, and I'm like, okay, you guys are trying to clear it up now. Thank you. Only to find out it was Shang-Chi's daddy in the first place.
I have one more comeback for you. So the kid, when you watch Endgame, at Iron Man's funeral, Tony Stark's funeral, you see that kid that's standing there in the black.
Yeah.
That's the kid from Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 3, yep.
Iron Man 3,
Yeah, 2, yeah, 2. Yeah, no, it is 3. Yeah, because the kitty, the Hello Kitty watch.
Yeah, and the kid was
and
like,
I remember people asking like, "Who's the kid?" I'm like, "You don't recognize the kid? Okay."
Don't play like he looked exactly like he did 10 years ago. He don't look none like he did 10 years ago. That baby was a baby.
Now, when they first showed him, it was on the cover of a magazine. He had a mustache, and now that one, I was just like, "Who is that?" I'm like, but then when they was like, "Oh, this person is," when they said who the actor was, and I'm like, I'm drawing blanks, and they were like, "Oh, from Iron Man 3," and I'm like, "It's got to be the kid." And then when I looked, I'm like, "Oh, it is." So, yeah, I'm looking forward to a lot of that stuff. I like how in this episode she's driving and she just takes her hands off the wheel.
Yes, having a whole.
I just want you to know this is not going to
be.
Yeah, like this is not going to be a cameo every week, except for Bruce and Emil Blonsky. And I'm just like, just go with it, G.
And Meg.
Just go with it.
And Megan Thee Stallion.
It's going to Meg, and then it's going to be Matt in a couple weeks. It's okay. It's okay.
I love Megan so
She was like, just remember whose show this is. And I'm like, oh, we didn't forget.
Wait, how many episodes are there? Is it 6 or 8?
I hope it's 8.
I hope it's 8 too.
I hope it's 8. I can't do 6. Give me 8.
It's just so much fun.
It is. I'm glad that it's like it is. You know, you have. This is always funny to me.
Yes.
You know, with Wong showing up, he has 2 LinkedIn, and he says he's a Target sales associate and Commodore. I'm like, where's their Target?
And he's been doing it for 9 years. So he had overlap between being the librarian and working at Target.
He kept the job.
Are you kidding me?
He kept the job some kind of way. He kept the job.
Oh my God.
Will says 8 episodes, so it's 8 episodes. Thank God. So yeah, we get that. Wong's always fun.
Yes.
Benedict Wong's always fun to watch because even in the first Doctor Strange, and Steven says that little snide remark about calling him Beyonce, and then like later on when he's stealing the books, Wong's listening to Beyonce, and I'm like, oh, but then when you see more Wong, you're realizing, oh, this dude's actually funny. Yeah. Like he gets out a lot more. You know, he got these little sarcastic remarks, and I see G Black. I got a movie for you.
Oh.
He always just piecing out. Like what?
Like,
I got this. I'm gone.
just when they was just like, so that means you aided and abetted breaking someone out. I must have.
Sorry.
That's what
Once
it's
again,
like.
someone minding their own business. I didn't want to be here. I'm glad this is taking place like somewhere around the time, like right after Shang-Chi, or right after meeting
Yeah.
Shang-Chi. So this is obviously taking place right after that, and possibly before Multiverse of Madness. Like something like it must be getting ready to get there.
I feel like the Multiverse of Madness part was when he jumped back into the to the court scene. I lost track of time. What?
Yeah.
How? What? No, you just came from someplace that you wasn't supposed to be. Okay, all right, I'm gonna let you live though.
Yeah,
that was
that's like Wong's signature move. Infinity War. They're fighting Wong. Like,
He does leave. He does leave a lot, doesn't he?
Leaving. It's like, wait, where's Wong?
He's telling. He said it in No Way Home. He's like, "Don't do the spell, Steven. You're gonna mess it up. I gotta go."
I gotta go. Like, where you going, Wong? Where you going?
He was like, I come back and the sanctum has a hole in the roof. He's like, no one's been here to clean it. Gotta go. Wait.
Wait, you don't want to find out no more details? You don't want to see nothing? Aren't you the Sorcerer Supreme? What?
He took that title proudly, you know.
Yeah, he's like, no, Juan is the epitome of, I don't want to know the whole situation. I told you not to do that. You still did it, but I'm going to go.
I gotta go.
There's nothing to do with me.
I gotta go.
There's nothing to do with me. I mind my business. I
start doing that when folks say something. I'm like, oh, gotta go.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? Gotta go.
I told you not to do it, but I'm gonna go. I ain't gonna be here when you get caught. Yeah, exactly. Plausible deniability.
Wong has learned the art of plausible deniability.
Exactly. I said don't do it, Steven.
He probably knew Steven took them books. That's why he had the ear pods in.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know nothing. I'm not telling you that there's books over here that you shouldn't touch. I'm just saying you shouldn't touch these books.
And when I turn around and they're gone, I'm gonna just be like, oh, I don't know. Maybe it's just a trick. I don't know. Yeah. Somebody explain to me.
Oh my God. I'm loving their mid-credit scenes. Their mid-credit scenes are fun. I need more of this. I don't give a damn.
Yo, that's all due to the culture. All due to the culture.
I'm sorry, Jen.
First of all, why does she all have a BBL? Just in that one picture alone. What is going on?
I'm like, Jen, you mean to tell me you can sit a glass on it? I'm just saying.
a 3-course meal at minimum, sir. What do you mean a glass?
I'm just like, it just take this in for a second. Like, and she was flawless in the delivery, which I'm like, oh, okay, you've obviously done this before. So
with that whole new body, she should have fell over. She should have fell right over.
Will says, never seen Meg Thee Stallion say so much in an episode, but I can watch her all day.
I love Meg.
I'm not gonna lie, she's actually very attractive. She's a very attractive.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
If you see older pictures of her before she got famous, I'm like, oh, you've been like,
it never changed.
You've been it all. Okay, Miss Texas.
Yeah. I mean, she said in every song, she's like, I've been that bitch. Still that bitch. And it's like,
I didn't find the lie. Find the lie.
Yeah, like, you're not lying.
All right. So I'm glad. I'm looking forward to next episode. I'm glad that it's 8.
Yeah, me too.
I looked. Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm trying to think of who else that they've managed to keep secret that they're going to bring into the show, because all we have left that we know of is Daredevil.
Yeah.
And that's only 4 people so far. So who else are they going to surprise us with?
Good question.
I'm ready though.
Yeah, and especially with Emil Blonsky's reasoning why he did it. I sat back and I'm like, he's not wrong.
He's not.
He's still.
He's not lying, but he ain't right. But he still ain't right.
I was like, he didn't. I'm like, he didn't exactly lie. He was a soldier. The U.S. government did hiring. He didn't turn into a monster until they pumped him full of that stuff. There's no question on whether that stuff actually affected him. Makes me wonder. The freaking Wrecking Crew. Was not expecting to see the freaking Wrecking Crew in this.
Who? Okay, I apologize. Who them?
Okay, so the Wrecking Crew, who generally do not look like this. They are construction workers who had their tools enchanted, I want to say by Loki, some kind of way. I think it was Loki. Will, help me out.
I was going to say it. I was going to say that. That was the first thing I thought of when I saw him. Like, Loki's got his hands all over this. There's no way.
Yeah, so
there's no way.
And they don't look. And they're not small guys, but in the comics, they're construction work. They're these big beefy dudes. They're big beefy dudes, and so they tend to always give Thor a big issue. Every time they fight as a team. It's always a thing. Yeah, I was right. Yeah, Loki gave them the enchanted weapons, and they're a headache to Thor. Every time they show up, they're a headache to Thor. Now, the way they got these guys looking, however, they're one off, and you guys you're just gonna be the bumbling idiots. That's fine, because
you're gonna be the haters that they called out in the beginning. You're gonna be the ones.
You're gonna be the bumbling.
The Me Too movement of superheroes.
I will say that one of them in the comics, one of them is Thunderball. He has the wrecking ball. He has the ball, and he's a brother, and he's actually a scientist, and he's actually living in Wakanda on asylum because Black Panther says you're like the second foremost expert in certain radiation like gamma and all this other stuff, and he studied his works, and he was like, look, I know you did what you did because trying to make a way.
Right.
I'm offering you asylum to stay here in Wakanda and help us. And that's how the brother helps the other brother.
2-3 steps ahead. Just gonna put it out there. They're always 2-3 steps ahead of everything Wakanda.
Yeah. So
I'm doing stuff 5 steps ahead of y'all.
Yeah. So now there's 2 things I need to know. Now that we've seen the Wrecking Crew. One, I need to know, why is the other guy wearing a ski mask? Who are you? Who, everybody else didn't have a mask.
This is true.
No one, the other 3 didn't have a mask. He just had a mask. 2, who is the boss?
Oh, sorry.
Right.
That's what I want to, because they stabbed, I'm taking it he was trying to get a sample from Jen.
Yes.
At first it looked like it was a knife, but it looked like he was trying to get a sample.
It's a needle.
So I'm like, who is the boss?
I know. I bet you I know.
Are you?
I bet you I know.
Are you thinking the leader?
No. Okay. I'm thinking the chick that's in charge of this. Lady Red Skull.
Contessa.
Yes.
The Contessa.
Yeah, that's who I'm thinking.
She is going around and causing some trouble. I can see that. Because she is in play. She is in play.
That's and they will usually allude to it being a dude, but because they're trying to keep it vague, now I'm leaning more toward that it's a woman.
I can see that.
Because they're trying to hide it and be ambiguous so much.
Yeah, she's already moving pieces. They're already doing the Thunderbolts. We know that.
Yeah.
They're already making these moving pieces. We know U.S. agent is more likely going to be a part of this team. We know Yelena, who's the new Black Widow, is going to be a part of this team. Emil Blonsky will more likely be a part of this whole thing. You just don't let this dude go and say, "Oh, you just got to wear an inhibitor and you're done. You're gone."
Yeah,
no,
absolutely. You saw the look on his face when they said that?
Yeah,
he's like
inhibitor.
Okay.
He was kind of disgusted a little bit. He was like, "What?" I was looking forward to those ring fights. So having fun, making some quick cash
for the Kang dynasty.
The Kangs, we was Kangs.
We was Kangs. We want Kang.
Uh, so look, even Will said it too. He like Lady Hydra never went after She-Hulk, but a certain enemy did, and that's why I was thinking the leader, because they brought Emil Blonsky back. You know, we never got a really connected story. Yeah, he's still around, just because he was never taken by the army post the Incredible Hulk.
Where does he?
Speaking of Bruce, speaking of Bruce. It looks like that Universal deal might be expiring pretty soon. All because of what these little tidbits they've been dropping with Bruce, going back to Sakaar and everything. I'm like, oh, we might get our World War Hulk after all. We'll know for sure by the end of next week, because D23 is coming up and they're gonna have.
Oh, it's gonna be nonsense.
No,
Just pure mayhem.
Yeah, it's
chaotic mayhem. Disney.
Yep.
Disney mayhem chaos.
Y'all better be ready, because I'm gonna be posting like crazy for that whole weekend.
D23. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not looking forward to it.
Be. San Diego was almost overwhelming for me. I was like, Jesus Christ, I can't keep up with the news fast enough.
It's too much.
I was like, clear my docket. I can't stop. I'm trying to share this stuff. I'm trying to send the trailer out.
Take 5 minutes and let me breathe. Just give me like 5 minutes.
Kevin Feige seen what happened with WB. He was just like, here, hold my beer. I need to handle this right quick, because look at their faces. Look at their faces. They came here, spent all that money. Give them what we got.
Just like dollar bills at the strip club.
All right, that's all it was. Dollar bills was exactly. He was just. I've already said it. I literally just looked at him after San Diego. I just was just like, you know what? Just take it. Here, just take it. I trust you at this point. I trust you. Like, I trust you at this point. You haven't let me down. I trust you.
Exactly.
I'm not.
Wife doesn't even get the wallet. What are you talking about?
I'm gonna be honest. This last phase had me going, the fuck you doing? What are you doing in my kitchen? I don't know. Nobody asked you to come here and flip. What are you doing rearranging things? I don't like it. I don't need no secret ingredients. What are you doing?
I'm one of the ones where they were, people were kind of complaining about how this phase has been going. And I'm like, you got to think. Endgame ended on the most traumatic moments. These people just can't bounce back. They can't. It's been too much trauma. Way too much trauma. Picking up the pieces, finding out their people still alive, brought them back, had this massive battle. They gotta find a way. They gotta find a way. And that's what this phase has been about, finding a way. Kind of, rectifying some things and kind of picking up those pieces and moving forward. And I'm just like, yeah, because we're gonna need a breather, because what's coming up the pipe,
it's gonna be a lot.
I'm like, yeah.
Just that one line though, from Kang, it's like, oh, you're an Avenger. How many of y'all have I killed already? It's like,
yeah.
God damn. Bro.
It's like, we're not ready. Don't.
I like this space. It's like, y'all, let's have some laughs before, yeah.
It's gonna get brutal. It's gonna get brutal.
Pretty bad.
Yeah, it's gonna get a little crazy.
While we can.
Yeah. Let me take a quick break, and we're gonna come back and close off. But hold on, let me put it up. There we go. All right. Take a quick break, and we're gonna show our little. Why is that the image? I don't want the image. There we go. Be right back. You've seen it in theaters, and now you can bring it home on digital. Tom Cruise stars in the spectacular, action-packed epic Top Gun Maverick, which critics are calling one of the greatest movies ever made. Buy Top Gun Maverick on digital now and dive into over 110 minutes of incredible behind-the-scenes bonus content available at participating retailers. rated PG-13 from Paramount Pictures. And with that, we have 5 codes to give away. Our audience already gets 4. Will, G Black, and I think Groovy still might be in the building. I don't know. I'm gonna find out. But I'll send those codes off to you. Kira,
Yes, sir.
I'm giving you a code. Welcome to the team. Tracy, I'm giving you a code. Welcome to the team. So and then I still have wife like codes too, so I'll get those out too. Man, this has been fun.
I know.
Yeah.
Yay.
Now you see why I was opening.
Look.
Now you see why the Blerd Initiative works. I
Yes.
needed this. I needed POC women to come in and support, and while I support them and supporting me as well, and just making this fun and just having fun with this, and we're just going to grow, and we're going to talk about. Oh, I think I'm back in on wrestling, baby.
I need to be brought up to speed. I haven't watched wrestling since.
I haven't watched it since The Rock and Stone Cold left. Let's put it
Okay,
that.
okay. All right. I don't feel bad anymore. That's
But
fine.
now that I know Triple H has taken it over,
Yeah.
and he's hired Shawn Michaels. Yes. He's hired is it Jeff Jarrett? I think he hired Road Dogg back, and I'm like,
These are like
the
OGs.
prisoner. Yeah, I'm like, did the prisoners just take over the block?
The asylum? Yeah.
Did DX just flip this shit? Did they just?
Yes, yes.
I think I'm back in. Oh my god. Yeah.
I'll watch it. I'll watch it in a year. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Like Sasha Banks and Naomi had left. I want to say earlier this year. They're coming back because word is that Triple H has a very close relationship with a lot of wrestlers.
Yeah.
And so he considers them friends and vice versa. And so they're just like, yeah, we'll come back for you. That says a lot. Yeah, DX won in real life. You're right. Day one. That's when I said, when they said, I seen it, I'm like, wait, you hired Shawn Michaels? And then I'm like, did you just hire the Road Dogg back? Oh shit. X-Pac, are you next?
If he finishes all of his rehab stints, maybe, but
that's yeah. Who knew it took hush money to get McMahon out of WWE? Exactly. What was it, like 3 million? That was a lot of money. Like, ironically, because Vince told her to suck it. Jeez. Let me get some of these buttons in here to act in. Oh my god. Oh Lord. We're
my word.
What did Will say? If you remember a poem, they did exactly this scenario during the Attitude. You know what? I wouldn't doubt it. It was so much they did in the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
It's never too soon.
It's never too soon. It's not too soon. It's exactly the right time.
Oh my god.
It's right on time.
Oh my god. So we're getting out of here. We're gonna start with our new team member, Kira. Tell everybody where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram. I'm at Roomful of Blerds. I am also on the Twitters, and I believe I'm under Child of Mandalore on there. Also on Instagram. I have a multitude of podcasts that I will get around to finishing at some point, but one of them that's my child is Child of Mandalore as well. Yay. It tells the history of Mandalore before we even got to having this lovely show called The Mandalorian on Disney Plus. That's it. I'm not on the Facebooks. I'm on Fanbase. If anybody's out there trying to do that, I'm there too. I hold a room.
I'm trying to get my fan base thing going too. So
do it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Kira will more than likely be joining us probably on the Tuesday show.
I will actually be joining you 100% on Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
And there it is. Look at that.
Hey.
Team building. Hooray!
I'm not getting
Tracy,
up and twerking like Meg.
look, after seeing Meg and Jen, you're just like, I'll sit back, I'll just have a drink, and thank you, ma'am. All right.
Y'all can have it.
Tracy, where can they find you?
Hey, it's Tracy, y'all. You can find me on IG at CrazyCar77. And definitely check it out. Follow me. I have some pretty awesome upcoming news. Can't really talk about it right now, but things are happening behind the scenes, and like I'm really excited to see like who's I'm working with, and an event I'm organizing coming this November. So definitely get updates on what's happening, what's building with that.
And G Black and Will, I do have digital codes for the both of y'all brothers. Thank you for tuning in. I will be sending them out to you. I'll probably just text them to you because I know where y'all at. Tracy, Kira, I will send you two codes as well. Thank you for as a welcome, as a welcoming gift. Thank you for coming on to the team and making this so much fun because let's face it, I couldn't do it alone. You know, not everybody wants to hear this deep, suave voice, and they were like, he said what again? No, I need to mix it up a bit.
Not true. Not true.
I need to mix it up. But as I do with every show, tune in every Tuesday, this Tuesday, matter of fact, this Tuesday, great news. We have Mark Cooper coming on. He's going to talk about his new album, Power Rangers Redux, because it was just Power Rangers Day last Sunday. He's coming in to talk about the album and his 50 million projects that he's doing. This brother is really dope. He's been on the show twice before, so he's going to be coming on talking about the album. We also have Gerd Clothing coming through. We have some news about her and her Black-owned anime clothing line.
I just saw her do a live a couple of days ago, and I saw her pieces. I am obsessed. I am obsessed.
You speak geek? Shout out to Nix. Shout out to Nix. Do you speak geek?
Yes.
So yeah, we got some news coming down the pipe. But as I end with every show, remember to educate yourself and others, entertain yourself and others, and most of all, encourage yourself and others. Do not be like Aries Spears. Please don't do that.
Oh, he's on a shit list for real. He's on a shit list.
Do not be like that, brother.
No.
I'm not bullying the brother, but I'm like, dude, before you open your mouth,
look at yourself, sir.
I'm just saying.
But you know, she's
Lizzo winning right now. Lizzo's winning. You know.
She ain't worried about that man.
Yeah. But until Tuesday, 8:30 p.m., Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, follow let's pull that up. I want people to go to the right Facebook page. That's the one you want. The Blerds Eye View, all put together right there. Not the other one that has the eye view separated. We don't want that one. That's the old page. I'm trying to merge it. Facebook's taking too long. You can follow us on IG, Blerds Eye View. If you go to the link tree in the bio, it'll send you to all those links I just mentioned before, up above, including TikTok, where you hear me do various voiceovers and just have general fun on TikTok and everything else. But until then, until I see y'all next mission, thank you for joining the team, Kira.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Yeah, Kira.
Yes, Tracy, love you too.
Guys, thank you for coming in. Thank you, Will. Thank you, G, for tuning in and showing love. I'll get those codes out to you no sooner than we're done. And until next mission, we're out of here.
Bye, Captain.